When I can click this, it'll be working. I'll show you appropriate.
In my blood too. I'm ready to smell fear. Smell a lot. My competitors flex skin. Cause they smelled I was hot. I want it all. Excess, the sex, much success. Stress sucks. I want it all. No less. So come on.
The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. You will rest in peace.
Alrighty then, everybody. We back. Whatever music I could come up with there, never doing it. That was better. Chicken and Rice is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are whole, as a matter of fact, as well. Myself, the Beast, NOG_CTV, but I don't need to introduce him. The man can introduce himself. And so can
What's
the
up,
juice.
fuckers? So we here. We got the whole set, baby. We got the full course meal. You know how it goes. We got the rice up top. We got the chicken down below because the rice is that nice little. You gotta get a little flavor in there. Get a little taste of what's to come, and then followed by the main course. My boys down below. Introducing next to my, I believe, this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever direction that is for you guys, because it's flipped for me. The loosiest, the juiciest, my boy, who wrecks all the booty holes. His name. Introduce yourself, goddammit. That's your cue, son. Speak.
That bastard.
I am Pence Van Wine, aka the Juice.
Do something real quick, folks.
What is up? What we got Mark Y, I think over there.
Is it time for my introduction?
No, not quite, but no.
Okay, well,
Actually,
it's
yes,
time,
it
for,
is.
it's time
Who
for
was
my
it?
introduction now. Okay, you all know who it is. The light skin
This-
of the group, the most handsome man. Second to Craig.
Light skin behavior.
Second to Craig.
Light
But
skin
the
behavior.
boy,
Look at him.
young
I
Marcus
hide my
17.
face.
Remember?
Well,
remember
you
this
can't
last
see
time,
Craig's
bro?
face, but he's the most handsome.
You had the Naruto shirt on last time, bro. Remember? I had to come prepared this time, bro.
So,
You know, it's funny. I have that same exact shirt.
Because this is the
So-
shirt.
so I'm the only one that came actually wearing a fucking a baseball cap and everything.
I'm still wearing my baseball
Oh.
gear. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a baseball scar, bro. You got that for life.
Exactly.
It's scattered.
I'm always wearing my baseball information, but let's
Yes, sir.
let's-
Yes, sir. There we go. See, someone came prepared.
where my A's hat at. Dang.
I got stuff all over the place.
Honestly, you know
Yeah.
what? You're right. That would have been cool. Well, I had baseball caps for this occasion, right? Fuck it. We'll do it next time.
Oh,
There
that's
is-
a great point. Actually, let me keep this sit on.
I would have
Yeah.
got my Dodgers cap just because specifically
Oh,
the team we were
no.
doing.
No,
No,
Yes, you know what?
you're fine with the Angels hat.
Oh, I'm only saying that
I mean,
because Benny wears the fucking Dodgers cap all the time.
Yeah, you should leave that in a
Oh,
drawer.
trust me, I'm an Angels fan.
interesting to figure out how.
Oh, okay, that's what I like to hear. I mean, you could have wore it just for. Oh, look at Chris and his.
Okay, I'm
freaking
really,
giant-
really out of place now. Wow, it's time to. I gotta
Oh,
go
wait,
find the
he's
A's
over here.
cap. I gotta go find the A's cap now. My A's got to be represented, bro. Dang, I can't even think of where I got a hat in. I think it's in storage right now. My A's cap.
Hold
But
on.
folks, today's topics are going to be, first we're going to talk to you about burgers. Burger joints, the best burger there ever was. And then after we talk about burgers, we're going to dive into the subject. He got the shirt on too. We're going to dive, ooh, it's Ichiraku,
Here.
but we're going to dive
This will be-
into the
This will be your one
subject
ace thing.
of the
The
Sandlot
Sandlot.
duology. And yes, I said duology, not trilogy. I know what
We
I
don't
said.
count the third one. It ain't happening, bro.
It didn't happen. So why don't we start? I think it's easy to identify.
Yes,
Okay, bro, you're
sir.
going
Yes,
all out now. So
sir.
extra, bro. Look, he's so extra.
No, bro. There ain't no such thing as extra. This is committing.
Look
I
at
had
him.
That's committing, bro. If I had my Angels more Angels shit, I would have worn it too. Goddamn.
On the topic of sports, before we get into burgers, too, by the way,
This is the closest I got.
Suns in 4.
Suns and bro.
Suns in 4.
I'm saying, bro, Suns getting that ring, and all of us here, whether directly or not, are legally obligated to root for Phoenix if our own teams aren't in. So, yeah, that's all I'll say there. But first and foremost, at the bottom of the barrel for burgers, of course, you have the likes of McDonald's, you know, some Burger King.
Overrated.
You know, right?
I'm putting Burger King at the bottom.
Bro, Burger King for me was bro. They have fallen off so hard for some reason. What do you think of Burger King, Juicy? So what's your opinions on BurgerKing? Like,
Burger King, it's been a minute since I've been, so I
good.
can't give a full.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's been a minute. McDonald's is okay, but it's like 75% bread, 25% meat.
That's a whole 100 right there. So I don't.
This man said, "Let me channel my inner Asian. Let me give you the. Let me crunch the numbers for you real quick, son. Let me explain what's going on
my
here."
image.
I appreciate that.
I'm trying to think. Five Guys is solid. It's been a minute since I've had that.
That's
fire.
Yeah.
I've never
Howard is
had
solid.
Five Guys.
Really?
Really?
We're going.
So no Five Guys?
I will gladly take the delicious
Mikey Sanders
recommendations.
Oh well.
Oh, well,
we're
we'll
gonna
have
get
plenty
plenty
of
of them today.
recommendations after this.
By the way, just a quick interjection here. Shut up, Red. All right, okay. There you go. Check the comment section.
How you doing, Red? She came in here and she said,
meat.
But
"Got you, Red. I got you."
Now, while Burger King has really fallen off, if you catch McDonald's on a good day, you're gonna have a nice time.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
When you catch them on a good day, them fries.
Bro, the last set of McDonald's.
Anyway, but no.
Last time McDonald's I had 3 different locations I went to, right? Ordered 3 different sets of meals. Not on the same day, obviously.
Oh, okay, all right. I was about to say.
But I'll say this, they were definitely like a few days after each other, and I got food poisoning all 3 times. Anytime I touch McDonald's, my stomach does not agree with that shit.
Well, there's a reason.
The only thing that it agrees with is the frap. That's it. After that, I'm going to drinks, but
The saving grace.
It's because it's not food.
For me, my go-to spot, Jack in the Box. Mwah. Love that bitch.
Late night.
I ill will against Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has seen me many a times, many late nights.
That's your meal, though.
The 3, 4 in the morning.
Plus,
yeah,
I got love for Jack in the Box anyway, because Juicy knows our boy who passed away last year used to work at Jack in the Box, so that's just a bonus for it too. But other than that, I mess with the food. My father hates Jack in the Box. I mess with Jack in the Box, right? Y'all ever get them churros?
Yes. Finally, someone agrees with me.
Them churros on another level.
Man, fucking Jack in the Box.
He's his own person. Oh. I feel like in addition to burgers, we need to talk about fries as well, because
yeah,
if you talk fries,
we're talking burger joints. So it's
Okay, so that's all. By the way, here's the shirt.
Oh yeah, legendary shirt, baby, legendary shirt. If y'all ain't got this shirt, like 6'9", you don't have this watch, we can't talk. If you don't have this shirt,
I got my Kotsky uniform. Does that work?
We can't talk. Yes.
You know what?
Just don't shoot me.
You've made me do it, Craig.
I don't care that you broke your elbow. He's got his
spit over my head.
Where's my water at?
He's no longer representing the team. He's representing the clan of the Hidden Leaf. But then he said, "Fuck that shit," and he put a scratch.
Yeah, we said we ain't messing with them. Anyways,
we're gonna be going over that subject at some point too.
Oh, I'm calling out of work for that day. We just talking about Naruto. I'm calling out of work.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a whole other day. That's a future episode coming
That'll
up.
probably that'll be the whole 2 hour talk. Like that'll be
I
like
will
a
break
2 hour
out.
episode.
I will break out my damn Akatsuki uniform. I'll wear it through the whole goddamn thing. It's gonna be hot as shit for me, but I'll wear it the whole time.
I'll just come naked.
That works too.
But
It's like, naked, there's a brown snake coming on you.
naked grandma. But
Oh,
let's hop back over to the burger, and we're gonna talk fries too. Like it's great that Marcus said that actually. Mark, why? I see Lord Phoenix in chat right now too. By the way, Lord Phoenix, what is this, and why was I not informed? You know now, Lord Phoenix. You know now.
Law of Sons and Four.
Yeah. Sons and four. Sons and four. After you sleep somebody. Sons and four. But McDonald's, catch them on a good day, fire. Special the fries.
unless you're me.
Unless you're you, but we'll fix that.
Yeah.
Which
Unless you're the beast.
I hate to tangent again. Biff Skizzy, do you remember that night freshman year of college where Geronimo went to McDonald's for all of us in She Lying on Me's car and came back with everyone's order? That was one of the most efficient nights I've ever seen from him. Like, but that's a subject for another day. Like, we'll discuss him another day, like the intervention and everything. Like, that'll be its own episode. But
That'll probably be Valentine's Day to celebrate the fuckboyery that he fucking produced.
oh, much more than that.
Whether it was a success or failure, it's tis the season.
But we're gonna subject to Burger King. They fell off. I want to give them a little bit. Y'all remember the chicken tenders from Burger King?
Of Iron Man and stuff. That's probably why it survived.
Yeah, but moving on from there, Jack in the Box.
Top tier.
Yeah, it's it. Jack in the Box is the burgers at
If
Jack
there
in
was
the
a
Box.
Z tier, I'd put it up there for me.
Jack in the Box.
Oh, we gonna get to the Z tier.
Yeah, we'll get to the Z tier. Yeah, because we got a Z tier.
We
All right.
could rank we could put the different burger spots in different tiers.
Okay, Burger King is an F.
Yeah, that's
I can agree on that. I had
McDonald's
Burger King
is
lately,
a C.
and I was like, bah.
I can agree with a C.
Yeah.
It's a C
I can agree.
because it's too inconsistent.
I'll go with the majority rule on that one because for me it would be F.
Okay.
I
Just
don't
look at
blame
them
you.
drinks are still good. That's
Well,
the saving grace. I can't say
that
anything else for
Sprite
Burger
there-
King.
Yeah, we're going with the assumption that the
Drugs.
ice cream machine is still broken, so that's why we're breaking it so low.
You know, speaking of that, I actually weren't we in the chat the other night when I forget who it was, but they were talking about how they work at McDonald's and they said that the ice cream machine really isn't broken.
They just don't want to serve your ass no ice cream.
We've been lied to this whole time.
Yeah, we've been lied to this whole time.
Man, they about to make me pull a goddamn Medea in that situation, bro. Just fucking drive in and be like, you ain't said you ain't got no burgers, ain't got no patties. Throw shit at them.
You
Ain't never got two
Call
things
the
that match.
po-po-ho.
burgers, no fries, ice, no cream.
Vanilla, no shake. But I went to a McDonald's one time, and the lady gonna look at me like right in my eye. Let me get close for all our Twitch viewers who are, even if you see this in the VOD. She looked me in the eye. I was like, yeah, can I please have a vanilla ice cream cone? She looked me right in the eye and said, we don't got no ice cream.
She said we don't serve your kind around here.
Well, good.
Fucking racist.
Well, good, because I don't eat my kind. I'll have a burger and fries, but
Yeah,
said, we
That's
don't got
called
no ice cream.
cannibalism, children.
we don't
don't
got
eat
no
those
ice
burgers.
cream. I was like, I said nothing, and I just walked around and left. It's left. So, but yeah, McDonald's a C. What about Jack in the Box? I'm gonna put, for me
we
personally,
put it at S, I believe. Didn't we?
is that what we said? We're going S for Jack in
Yes,
the Box.
S tier. We're
Okay.
putting it S tier.
Okay. So what about you, Juicy? Where would you put Jack in the Box personally?
It's been a minute since I've had Jack in the Box.
God damn it,
burgers.
Juice. Is that going to be your answer all the time? Go
Hopefully
and
not.
order a goddamn burger.
A burger does sound good.
I'll either say A or B rank because I can't remember what it was, but I have no complaints against it from what I
Juice,
had it.
if you ever get off late from work, I know you usually do, and you're hungry, get a munchie meal.
Yeah,
Shit's delicious.
Jack in the Box is the spot to go.
At 6 a.m?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Jack in the Box 2, you know what they added to their menu? For all my KFC lovers, popcorn.
He's right. They did add that.
They got spicy popcorn chicken, fire. Just want to throw.
Bruh. Which reminds me, at one point, Jack in the Box had them spicy chicken tenders, but they took them off the menu. And
They still
were
have them on my location.
Lucky you. But they were legitimately hot. Like hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they still are here. Are the
They was
jalapeno
too
poppers?
hot.
They're pretty damn good too.
But yeah. So Jack in the Box, you know what? Y'all just reminded me, because I was going to say that for me personally, it's A tier. No, it's S too. Jack in the Box is S for me personally.
They
It's
have
not
this
even
like
just a
drink. I
majority
can't
one.
remember what it is, but you have to you got to know what it's called because it ain't on the menu.
Walkie
Ooh.
slush.
Secret menu item.
Yeah, my location they have this like special drink. I forgot what it was called, but I'll get back to you guys on it as soon as I remember. However, there is a burger recommendation that Vince recommended me yesterday on this topic. The name of this place is actually called Heart Attack Grill.
I've heard of it.
I'm in.
I'm going to
into-
tag all you guys right now. Check the Discord. Let's see. Mr. Marcus.
Speaking of Vince, by the way, Vince is in chat, and he is saying
Of
Jack in
course,
the
Gabriel,
Box
he is.
is saved with the Munchie Meal deal. Lord Phoenix is still too. Red says, "Juice, let me hear your sexy voice." Red says to you.
Try.
That's right. And then like she's having some banter with Vince.
So I just tagged y'all in the food section of my Discord. All right, so basically what Vince described to me this place is that if you were about 350 pounds at least, your ass eats for free. Yeah, I was like, we need to go in there, just stand on top of it.
Time to gain some weight.
Time to get in shape. Get in shape.
Juice said, I'm gonna go try that Munchie Meal right now. I'm gonna try 8 of them.
This is a place openly trying to kill people. Is anyone going to talk about that, too?
Dude, you go in there with like
That's
he said,
premeditated.
Yeah.
You know when you go to the hospital, you got the gowns on. You go in there with one, the hospital gowns.
What the? Wait a minute.
And
This is some
here's the thing.
cool behavior.
Here's the thing. I think he said there's only waitresses there dressed in nurse costumes, and if you don't finish your food, they paddle your ass. This is in Las Vegas.
Welcome into to Ganny right now, like a YouTube OG from over on my side. Welcome to Chicken and Rice, the Chicken and Rice podcast, baby. We are whole and we are here today.
I think his dad said there's like 20 calories or some shit like that in one burger.
Jesus.
Look at the fucking thing I just tagged you on. Look at the burger real quick. I want to watch everybody's reaction to this.
Okay, let me go take a look at it. A little late.
It's a big ass burger.
In Discord?
Yeah, it's in my Discord. I tagged you on it over on my Discord.
I just
There's
see the
a-
tag.
There's a talk of spanking happening in our chat right now. Why wasn't I invited to the spanking?
Oh,
It's in
You
the
actually
"What are
want us
you
to watch
eating"
the video.
category, by the way.
Okay.
No, you don't
That's
need to
it.
watch the video. Look at the octuple bypass burger.
I don't see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a real burger. The
Oh, it's a
name
Randy
alone,
Santel video too? I mess with Randy Santel.
the name alone is terrifying. Octuple bypass burger.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Well, whenever I get around that area, I will be trying it.
I'll see y'all there. But
Hey, that's a no. That's a chicken and rice vlog adventure, by the way. That's what that
We
is.
need to make it happen.
All
We will
four
make
of
it
us gotta
I'm down.
come together for certain shit like that.
Okay, so what are we ranking as like the S tier burgers officially?
I would like to think
No.
S tier burgers would have to be
Not
like
yet.
everything on their menu is like fucking delicious, no matter the time of day. And usually S tier's got to be something we all, at least majority rule consensus on, because like they put, for example, McDonald's at C. I'd put that shit in an F, but you guys said C, so I gotta respect the rules. I got outvoted. Yes, sir. My boys got agreeable tummies with McDonald's. I can't hate on that.
See, but it's on a bad day, it's bad, right?
Yes, it is.
But on a good
Agreed.
day, it's good, right? So, but
Find a little
I
pubic
want to
hair in
talk
one of your
about
fries.
what about Wendy's?
I was just about to say.
Wendy's nuts on your. What
Man,
about Wendy's?
Wendy's.
man, fucking
too long.
Mr. Marcus like turned off his camera, came back on, he came back cleaner. What the fuck just happened? Anyone else knows that, or was it just me?
Light skin energy.
It was just for you. It was just for
under
you.
a spell. You just under a spell.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. I got the good lighting coming in. It's just what happens.
Next
I
thing you
think
know,
the
you're gonna
gods.
start moving in slow motion. You're gonna hear some '90s R&B slow jams coming in out of nowhere.
Don't get me started because you know I will play some. All right, Wendy's. I'll go B minus.
yeah. I that's a fair assessment.
Wendy's has a respectable menu.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty decent burgers. The Baconator's my personal favorite.
Agreed.
Yeah, Wendy's. I give it a B minus.
What about the fries?
Fuck with the fries. They ain't that bad.
They're not too bad.
Okay. What about
I'm
the
gonna have to
nuggets?
I'm gonna say a B just because my mom really loves Wendy's. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry for everything you're gonna hear, but you shouldn't be surprised by now. But I'll give it a B.
Wings open.
You just seize the shit, like
just
just
gets a-
come and just beat your ass, like just like. What you say? What about you?
You get the text. Yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to leave the house. Pack up your things, get out.
Now, Juicy, I know
I
you
should
said
beat
that
my
you had
ass,
had
I'll
it in a
still be here.
while, but you got to give it a ranking. So, what are you gonna give it? Wendy's.
I'll go C because it's right in the middle. Because I honestly can't give a good review
Okay.
if I haven't had it for me.
What burger places have you
Yeah, I
had
was about to
recently?
say, just give us a list of
What
burger
burger
places you've
If
eaten.
y'all get off his back right now, leave him alone. Oh my
He has
gosh.
answered 3 times.
It's been a minute.
Well, he's answered.
All right.
With the same answer,
Most-
does it count if
two
you repeat
recent
the
ones that I
same
had
answer?
were Habit and In-N-Out.
We'll get to
Habit
those
and
two.
beer.
We can work
We'll
with
get
that.
to we'll get to those two.
In-N-Out.
We'll get to those two. But I got to say this
Mm.
regarding Wendy's for me personally. So we're gonna have to meet in the middle here somewhere. S. It's a S tier for me, and I'm gonna say why. It back in the 10s. I can't believe I'm saying that old. Back in the 2010s, I mean, Wendy's just revamped and turned everything around, and they food is still, especially on a great day. I love to get either Dave's double or the triple plain, just meat, cheese, and bun, because that's how I eat my burgers. In case I haven't made that clear, fries be on
The only
point. See, Marcus, no.
The only
Fries
way.
be on point at Wendy's. The nuggets be on point. Get yourself a Frosty. They be on point too. I'm telling you. Plus, they got some good lemonade drinks and stuff there too. Wendy's menu is it, Chief. And they got some good desserts too. And let's not forget the breakfast. The breakfast. The break fast. Speaking of which, McDonald's, even though we ain't even talking about breakfast in this is another topic, but McDonald's breakfast and Chick-fil-A's breakfast, just up there. But for me, Wendy's is an S. It's a B for Craig and Marcus, and it's a C for Juice. So I guess we got to meet in the middle. That's probably like a low A, high B. We meet somewhere in the middle
I'd
for
say
Wendy's.
probably like a B plus. I'd probably like B.
Probably
like a high B.
I'd say B plus. Yeah, B
Meeting in
plus.
the middle. So Wendy's get to be. That kind of hurts me. Okay, what about Sonic?
That kind of hurted me.
That kind of hurted me though. What about Sonic?
Ooh. I've only had Sonic 3 times in my life, and goddamn, it's delicious.
Okay, so A for you or S?
I'm gonna put it at A minus, just because I
Okay.
haven't tried enough of the menu to really give it that like S tier.
Okay.
But every time I have it, it's like the quote Stewie Griffin. It's like sex in my mouth.
PlayStation Girl in chat says the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
Oh God.
Back to the Wendy's conversation. Y'all
Yeah, I see the-
but I'm not too much of a bacon
there too.
Mm-hmm. Deep in here. Danny still. What are you guys' opinion on Steak and Shake?
See?
I've never had
See?
it before.
That's
I've
my
never had
sister right there. That's my sister right there. PlayStation
Ganny
girl.
says
She
that
said Sonic
He has
Fire.
never
Yes,
had
sir.
Sonic. You never had Sonic, Ganny? Go get you some ice cream right now from Sonic. But What about you,
Slushie's
GC?
from Sonic.
Or
Oh,
Sonic? Go during happy hour at Sonic too, by the way, folks.
The
What
last
about you?
time I had it was freshman year of college.
I'm not mad at you, but I'll get to that in my answer. What did you think of it when you went?
I don't even remember if I got a burger.
Okay.
what did you get then?
Did
I
you
don't
get like ice
remember. I
cream?
just
Did you get like a slushie or something?
probably
I
some
don't
burgers or
remember.
something. I can't remember. It's been a minute.
Oh my god, Juice, you gotta tap back in your mind, bro. You know the last time I had Sonic, bro? I was in high school.
1965. That's when I last had it at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Muhammad
I wish,
Ali was world champion back
I
then.
was a young man when I had Sonic. Mm.
My shoes.
Okay, I'll say this about Sonic. Sonic in the 10s, sounding old again, was elite. It was, back then, C tier. But somewhere along the way in the late 10s, probably somewhere around 16, 17 and on, it fell off. So, but the last time I went to Sonic, it was really good. I went with my wife. She put me onto some new items on the menu. So I will give Sonic an A, and that's being generous. But it used to be Z, but it's an A for me personally. So yeah, there you go. What about you, Marcus? What's Sonic?
Sonic, I'll give him a B.
Okay. What about you? Wait, Craig said it already. You gave him an A too, right, Craig? Or
I gave it
B?
an A minus to be specific, but yes.
Okay, all right. So A, B, and what about you,
To
Juicy?
be determined.
You
You just had to
it's
give it
probably
one.
just-
Probably a C.
It's probably a
or
C
something?
for Juice.
yeah,
Oh, you
because
said- okay, so we got to meet in the middle again. It's a B.
I don't know if this comes out.
So Sonic is a B. We got to meet in the middle.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fine with me too. Okay, here's one who probably don't go to too much. DQ Dairy Queen. What y'all think of? What do you think of Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is solid.
Okay,
I fucks with it.
I'll say it's solid too. Oh,
Now, when
GC.
we say solid, I feel like
I don't
that's
like
a
that.
solid like B plus for
I don't
everybody.
like that look on your face right now, Juicy.
I know I had it before, but I can't remember
Oh my.
Well,
what it was.
I'll be real with you. Last time I had DQ was either my freshman year of college or senior year of high school. Was like the last time I had DQ. So it's been a minute, but when I went, I'll say a B. I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
or an A.
I give
Say
it a B.
What about you, Gregor?
I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B.
And for Chris, it has to be a C for default for you because you don't remember too much about
So,
it. So
that's probably what, a C plus.
yeah, it's so DQ's in like the C range because of it. Now
Not bad. It's not bad.
beyond that, you guys never had DQ? People saying it in chat. Vince says to me, I don't need Sonic. I want to say this too. We're gonna have to do a vlog where we just go to every burger joint, especially for Juice. We're just all gonna get together. We're gonna go
We're just gonna order a
to
fuck ton
burger
of burgers, bro.
joints. That's to be it. So, yeah. Next place on the chicken and rice tour right now. I feel like there's one. Oh, Carl's Jr. What about Carl's Jr.?
I love Carl's Jr.
I love Carl's Jr.
I loved Carl's Jr. in the 10s, but now it's fallen off a bit for me. But things were just better then.
I'm giving Carl's Jr. an A.
Also, George, there's a DQ in Arcadia.
Yeah, like I'm there right now. But okay, so
Burbank.
Carl's Jr. is an A for Marcus. Juicy Carl's Jr.
Same thing. C.
Okay. Grego, Carl's Jr.
First of all, bro, they got some of them deals where you get like 3 burgers, and I'm a fat man on the inside. I swear to God, I am. And for some reason, the Coke just hits differently at Carl's Jr. And I get that Western, that double Western bacon cheeseburger.
bacon
Yes,
cheeseburger.
sir,
Yup.
with them onion
Yes,
rings in
sir.
there. The fucking delicious.
Y'all
It's so
some
good. I
scary
gotta get it.
boys.
Nah, it ain't scary. It's delicious.
Carl's Jr. is A tier.
Okay.
And it's fucking killer, man. I'm gonna give that shit an A+. I'm putting respect on Carl's Jr.'s name.
I'll give it an A.
See, I'm kind of salty at Carl's Jr. See, because they took some shit away that I liked, right? They used to have them chicken tenders, and
Dude, your place is just fucking with you. It's just your location. I still have chicken tenders at my location.
Yeah,
No,
I think
they weren't like the tenders that I'm probably thinking of though. Like these tenders were different. We'll discuss. I don't have time like to elaborate, but what I used to get from Carl's Jr. I used to get the Superstar, plain just meat, cheese, and bun, of course, the only way.
the only way.
The fries. Excuse me, I'm wrong. I didn't just get regular fries because they don't have these no more. The chili cheese fries is what I used to get from Carl's Jr. and they were fire. And the chicken tenders with the drink. So, and y'all know like how Carl's Jr.'s nuggets are too, like they're shaped like stars.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. But yeah, so Carl's Jr. used to be, I'm gonna be straight up, it used to be S for me. But now it's a B or a C even. But I'll be nice, it's a B for me now. Carl's Jr. fell off for me.
That's disrespectful.
I live real close to Carl's Jr., right? My mama always trying to go to Carl's Jr. over In-N-Out. I'm like,
Oh,
wait
yeah,
a minute now.
I don't know about all that.
Let's not disrespect, you know.
Put some respect on that name.
Right. Let's not disrespect. Okay. So
One of the key.
right. That's one of the kangs. A kang, not a king. What's a king to a kang? Right. So Carl's Jr. is a B for me. I'm sure it's a C for Juicy. It's A for these gentlemen. A+ even. We got to meet in the middle. Low A, high B.
So
We got to meet in the middle.
I was just say B+.
Yeah, I'd say B+.
honestly. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anywhere else I'm forgetting before we get to the big boys? You know what I mean? The big boys. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. Before we get to the big boys, anywhere else I'm forgetting?
Arby's.
We
Yeah,
have
the
the
meats.
meats. I
Arby's, Jesus Christ, I'll never eat there.
I've never had
Yeah,
Arby's
fuck
before.
that place.
And I
No,
never
you
had
don't
it.
want to, bro. You don't
great
fucking want to.
strategy.
I've had like a drink there that was good, but that's about it.
That's what my mom said. Like, you don't want to
Marcus,
eat
do you
at
remember like
Arby's.
when they had those like 3 different shakes like that they brought out like in I think it was like 2010 or some shit?
Ganny
Actually,
is asking about
if I've
Subway.
ever stepped foot in the Arby's, though.
Yeah, bro,
Me-
that shit's
same here, bro.
gross.
Like I've never even stepped foot in one before.
Arby's were putting that shit on an F, bro. I don't fuck with Arby's anymore.
I don't.
Yeah, F tier.
I have to be nice and give it a C because I've never had it. So
That's fine.
I gotta be fair.
I've
Well,
never
what
had it, and it's still an F.
Ganny's
I've had
asking
it.
about
It
Subway.
sucks.
Subway's not a burger joint, so we're not including it. But I mean,
Yeah, burger.
everybody likes Subway anyway, right? Well, like
Yeah, you're right, George. They do got that one good
everybody
sandwich.
except me.
Most people.
But one sandwich ain't gonna save it, brother. It ain't gonna save it.
Hold on, on a complete side topic. Hey, CJ,
Yes, sir. Juicy.
you remember that one time we went to Subway and they said, "Oh, we ran out of bread."
And
That
the
was
truth
with
went
me.
crazy.
That
And the
was with
truth went-
me. I fucking ordered. They're like, "Oh, we don't have any more bread."
But that happened to Isaiah too. Remember? He was all like,
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Isaiah
we
was all
left
like,
so quick.
bitch, go make more.
Like what? That doesn't even make
bread.
sense.
How do they run out of bread though? Because you could smell it. And remember what Isaiah said? He was all like, "Why are you open then? If you don't have bread."
That's a great
Yeah,
question.
literally.
Isaiah, we
Why are you
need him on here,
open?
bro. He's our missing gem, bro. He asks those practical questions that like are all in our minds, but we're more pissed and we don't have the time to actually ask these questions.
He'll be a guest one day. It's inevitable. More
The
burger
truth episode.
places. More burger places. There's of course the hole in the wall burger places. Like I don't know if Juicy remembers, but we're both from the same place, the Bay Area, originally. Did you ever go to Best Burger?
I remember seeing the.
It was over on
I remember seeing
Washington.
this one
Bruh. Best Burger.
by school.
Stop it, Marcus. Stop
No,
it, Mr.
no.
Marcus.
Best Burger is across the street from that what used to be Kmart, Elio's,
Oh.
and it's in the same lot as the Osh and Pack and Save.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't think it's Pack and Save anymore, but it may be Safeway now. And it was
No,
across the
it's Pack and
streets from the Kraft Foods Factory, which has since been torn down. Fun fact
Kraft
about
Foods Factory.
yeah, which is funny because back in the 90s, my dad worked there, but yeah, they tore that place down. No, but so yeah, Bet's Burger was it. You guys got any other hole in the wall burger places that you may want to bring up?
Does In-N-Out count? Because it's
No.
got a burger there.
In-N-Out, nah. In-N-Out, it's not a hole in the wall place. We haven't got to the big boys yet. We're not going to talk about In-N-Out yet. We're talking about hole in the wall places. Best burger, by the way, was S
Tommy's.
tier. Okay, Tommy's for you, like in your area, right? Like I hear you talking about Tommy's all the time.
Yeah, bro. Tommy's is a fucking S rank for me, bro. I fucking love Tommy's. That
Don't
is the
forget the
shit.
burger place, White Castle.
But you
I actually haven't had White Castle.
Me either. I've never had it, but I've seen the
we
Harold
never
and
had it,
Kumar
so-
movie.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
was just
closest
about
I've gotten to it is Harold and Kumar.
You sounded so excited just for us to say, yeah, we've never had it.
Well, yeah, you
like-
know, because I didn't want to forget any.
He was quoting the film, bro. That's all it was.
Anyone in chat have any
So are
other?
we just gonna rank that an F then, since we haven't been there?
George has something for you, Craig.
Technically, it's a C.
George says that Georgetown, USA, by the way, one half of Noob Level Gaming, says that Tommy's is not a hole in the wall. Now, George, I know that White Castle's not a hole in the wall, but I just forgot to bring it up earlier. That's the whole thing with that. That's the only reason I brought it up. For me, I have to give White Castle, like, I guess a C by default, right? Because I've never had it. But I've seen the Harold and Kumar movie. That's good enough.
What about Shake Shack?
Oh, we're getting there. That's
one of the big boys. So,
That's one
so
of the
we'll
big
wait.
boys.
We'll wait for Shake
Thanks,
Shack.
yeah, thanks to the missus, I finally had Shake Shack, so I can't wait to get to there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting there.
Same here, Craig, but the Mrs. was the one who got me Shake Shack back in 2019. Changed my life.
I think, if I could interject right here, I think we've talked about the little brothers for long enough. I think we all just go. I think we all just go around and we name our Z tiers and maybe a backup.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Everything we're about to say is S, right? Every gentleman here must vote for one of them to be Z tier. There is only room for one king.
One goat.
That's
Okay.
how we're gonna make
All
it.
right.
There's only room for one.
This sucks because there's 4 people.
Exactly. There's
There's a
only
chance
room
that
for
we were
one.
gonna.
Which is
crap
difficult.
baskets.
That's very difficult for me, I'll tell you right now, to pick one out of the big boys that we're like about to say. Very difficult. So
Yeah, it's a hard decision. Got
we'll
it.
start with The Habit. Mark Y froze. Oh no, he didn't. He's just being that still like Drax, where we can't see him. Anyway,
Also, before I go on, Drax is full of shit. That whole not moving shit is called camouflage. My brother invented it years before the movie came out. So, Batista, we're coming for you. Well, I can't say that next part, but you know where I'm
Hogan.
going. Booker T.
we're coming. But The Habit.
I would keep it at S.
Mike,
Fire.
I already know what Mark's doing. I know what Mark's going to say. But the burger on the sourdough bread, like instead.
That shit's good, man.
The double char. Hey,
I have it
Y'all ain't
right
never
next
had
to me
that
too,
shit?
bro.
Right.
yeah, there's one not that far from me.
I live close to one too. Real close. So I'm gonna
See, and I
say.
would get it more often, but there's a Wingstop right next to it, and I love Wingstop.
Speaking of fries, Wingstop. Because fries came up. Wingstop, baby.
Why not both?
Exactly. You know what?
Wingstop fries are undefeated.
Yeah, bro, they're right next to each other. They're just like I even had CJ on a video, like I was FaceTiming him. I was like,
Remember
"Hey,
that.
look, bro, have it," and then Wingstop, and then he's like, "Look, Blaze Pizza in the middle."
Where is this holy trio of restaurants at?
It's if you come down into the lovely city of Angels in California, it's in the Alhambra Renaissance area. Yes, sir.
See.
City, I mean,
The burgers.
burgers are elite.
And it's right next to a movie theater.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
The
That's
location's
recipe for
all
success.
set up, bro.
that's a perfect location.
Location.
The grilled cheese. Add bacon. The
Are we still talking about habit? Because
Yes.
the shakes.
yes.
The double
Yes.
char. The double char on sourdough.
Undefeated. The nuggets.
Undefeated champion.
Even the nuggets are good.
Lad,
there.
I'm gonna turn off my camera for a split
actually
moment, but
never
I'll
had
still
their-
be here.
And the fries. Let's not front.
Oh,
The fries. On day,
I'm
on
gonna drop-
level.
I'm gonna drop a hot take right here.
Okay.
The Habit has the best fries in all of fast food.
Ooh. When you eating them, it's hard to disagree. When you got them right in front of you,
Yeah,
They're
no,
so well
like I
salted.
haven't had. Have y'all ever dipped the fries in like a shake? Or is it just me? Because
yes,
if y'all
yes.
ain't done that,
yes, a lot of people do
Yes.
that at Wendy's too with the Frosty.
I'm gonna say this too. The Habit has the best ranch.
Everybody says
Yes.
that.
I second that
Everybody
shit.
says that.
I
just
can-
They
don't
have
eat
the
ranch.
best.
I will back that shit up
Oh, that
all the way through.
needs to change. Ranches are C tier condiment, but y'all ain't ready for that conversation.
But Juicy, I already know from memory that you like the Habit because I remember I used to see you eating it in college. Like you were the only person I saw who could actually. Well, now that I think about it, Craig's the king of leftovers himself, so he probably do something
Yes,
like
sir.
this too.
Don't you fucking leave me
But-
out of that topic of conversation, motherfucker.
But Juicy is the individual who I saw first doing this to where he would have some food from the Habit and he would eat off of it over time. He was that skilled. He didn't need to eat it all fresh right away. He used to have a burger. He'd eat over it over time, like as he was sitting around just doing something. So I know Juicy likes the Habit for a fact, 'cause he used to go have his burger ready. He'd be sitting there on the futon, go to work on it over time. But
That
yes.
we had to bring in.
And the futon that put a hole in my sock the last day we had it. But that's a story for another day. I love them socks.
Yeah.
Anyway, Juicy though, your full thoughts on the Habit. Just
Habit is really good. That's one of the go-tos. Definitely S tier for sure. All the food is really good. The burgers, the fries, even the other sides. So I don't know about any of you
The
guys.
salads are fire too.
Yeah, I will say this: the chicken Caesar salad is one of the best salads
Oh God, it is.
in fast food. And in regards
So
to
fire.
the sides, they're really good. The onion rings, the French fries. I don't know about any of you guys. I've had the tempura green beans. They're solid. They're one of the
I hear
go-tos.
good things about them. I've never had them.
Yeah,
Don't they have sweet potato fries too?
yeah. They also have sweet potato fries.
Yeah, the Habit menu is thick. Plus, they got
Yeah.
them peppers too that you can get. I know, like my wife, she loves them peppers, like them little peppers you can get on the side. She eat them like candy. I've seen like a lot of people eat them like that. Like they love them
Pepper
peppers.
flakes?
No, like
Those
you know
are
like those
signs of a
peppers they
serial
have.
killer.
Oh yeah.
Those are signs of a serial killer.
And like Craigo said earlier, the shakes. What else needs to be said?
Oh, yeah.
That cookies and cream
Shakes
shake.
I'm a strawberry man, so they fucking always all them shakes are good, bro. All them shakes.
Bruh.
Cookies and cream undefeated.
Right. Cookies and cream is just undefeated, period. In everything.
The best shake in the game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So that's it, Chief. And then okay, so the Habit.
All right, so that's option
The
number
Habit
one.
stays an S for me. It's not gonna take my
Yeah.
Z spot, but it is hard to leave it there. Like and not give it a. It is delicious. Grilled cheese,
Yeah.
add bacon, and a patty. Big shout out to Ruben for putting me on with that.
I put
You
you
put me
on.
on to the bacon part. The bacon part. But the patty part,
Shout out to Kalik for always working at the Habit.
the patty part, that was all Ruben. Because sophomore year, after I used to get out of math class, Juicy knows what I'm about to say. Poster. When I used to get out of that class, I went straight to the Habit. Boy, yeah, you know, let me get a grilled cheese. That line used to be all the way to the Grove too, from the Union, by the way. But let me get a grilled cheese, add bacon in the patty. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, though, yeah, we'll move forward. We'll talk about Shake Shack. Or before we talk Shake Shack, has anyone had Steak and Shake?
I have.
I've never had Steak and Shake either. Okay. See
I don't
by
even know
default
what that
then, and that may be kind of rude to some people. Some people are going to be like, "What? See, we've just never had it." That's the only reason, because it may be an S for all we know.
It's C by default for right now.
Just for now, because I don't live near one. So
I want to bring up my C tier.
oh Lord have mercy. Okay, here we go.
My C tier, and I just started having this burger because I switched jobs and because the area. My C tier, Shake Shack.
Bruh, I love low T. Gotta agree with like Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is
We ain't there yet though. So
fire.
to put that
There's a
into
wait till I get
perspective,
this camera back, bro.
to put that into perspective, by the way, like with Shake Shack, when I had Shake Shack, since we talking Shake Shack, it, even if it was whatever momentarily, like or whatever, but it may still be there because I may just need to have it again because I haven't had it since 2019. Shake Shack up-seated In-N-Out for me when I had it. That's saying something for those that don't know. That's saying something. Because
Yeah,
like
that's what I said.
there's also a spot that we none of us have had because we're not on the East Coast. I know Phoenix is gonna get on me for this, but there's Culver's, and then there's also like, I think it's Rallies and Checkers. Like I've never had those burger spots
They have
before
rallies.
too.
They have rallies on the West Coast.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I've never had Rallies
Rallies,
/
fries.
Checkers. I've never had them, and I've never had Culver's. So I'm
I think
out of
there
the
were
loop
some
on those.
Culver's in Arizona when we were out there.
And I didn't. Oh, we forgot to play. Oh, wait, no, we didn't because it's one of the S tier ones as well. We'll bring it up after Shake Shack, or I will rather. But Shake
The
Shack,
juicy.
the burgers, the fries, the cheese sauce.
If I may interject real quick, I'm just gonna say the same thing with Marcus and CJ. Again, just had Shake Shack. Thanks to the missus, and goddamn, that is one of the most delicious burgers I've ever had. Like, I would, if y'all said put that as Z tier, I might be inclined to agree. And I've only had a little bit of the menu.
That's what I'm saying too. Like I may be inclined.
Exactly.
So as of right now, because we're gonna give our own Z tiers and we're gonna do like the meat in the middle Z tier too. It's looking like Shake Shack is gonna be the meat in the middle Z tier, like the one that's gonna win. Because I
I
can
think
agree
three of
with
us
that.
are ready to agree.
Yeah.
Shake Shack
yeah,
is fucking
three
up
of
there.
us are already there for it. So Shake Shack is it, Chief. Like,
Their chicken sandwiches are fire too. Y'all ain't had the chicken sandwiches from there?
even the vegan burger, like apparently is good. Like the one they make out of mushroom, even that's good apparently.
I'll take someone's word for it.
Yeah.
I ain't eating no fucking mushroom.
Right,
burger.
like I'm not eating it myself, but I'll take word for it. Like the chicken, the fries, everything is good there.
So good.
Shake Shack.
So
And
good.
including the shakes.
I haven't had a shake yet, but I'm gonna have to change that.
I
Also,
have-
George, the man on the mobile phone, his name is Mr. Marcus. Love this man.
We'll get to that, George, because I see you naming some in chat. Kende
Yeah,
says
don't
they've
you worry,
never
brother.
had
We
Shake
can do-
Shack. Go have some Shake Shack. Kende. Who did, you said? Oh, George is agreeing with Marcus big time. He says that you are the wisest for choosing Shake Shack for the absolute
Yes, sir.
wisest.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
By the way, I just want to say that I saw the sleepiest human in chat. Jace Tickles is here as well. Meat Tickler. So thank y'all for coming out. Woo! Like fucking Alonzo Ball. The Noti fucking sound comment. Anyway, next up, 'cause I thought we almost forgot to mention it. What a burger.
I've never had Whataburger.
I I've never had a Whataburger either. I'm sorry.
Juicy, don't do it. Don't make me do it.
If I had it.
Snap, I knocked my mic over. Okay, let's fix that. My bad. Okay, so then it's a C for all of y'all by default. Since y'all haven't had it. But
So depending on what you grade it could differentiate if it's like B or something.
yes.
So it'll probably be like a rough like A minus. I think.
Yeah.
Just by the middleman.
Whataburger, bro, changed my life too, just like Shake Shack did. I had Whataburger on that day where Batman versus Superman came out. That's a topic for another podcast episode. And we went there before. I went there with my boys, The Truth and the Turjack. We Turjack off. My boy Cows. You know we gotta come for him, bro. And just straight fire every time I went. So, yeah. So S for me, C for everyone else because they haven't had it. So like that puts it at like a low A, high B, unfortunately. So, but that's just the reality. Back to the top, even though I thought that Whataburger was the top one, but I guess y'all got me there. Up next, Five Guys.
Five Guys. It's S. It's S.
Yeah. S.
Hang on, let me look up Five Guys.
It's L.
Oh.
I may not remember Five Guys.
It's
Uh-oh. We losing Mark Y. He getting too close to his job. We losing
expensive,
him.
but it's S tier. Their
Yeah.
burgers, key better than In-N-Out. They're low key better than In-N-Out.
That's on.
And
Bro,
again-
right.
Oh, that's
Like,
Five Guys?
yeah, like
That's the place that looks just like In-N-Out. Yeah, bro, I've never had that place.
Five Guys and In-N-Out. That's a debate. The burger is a debate. You know what's not a debate? The fries. The fries at Five Guys
The fries.
are,
Yep.
in my
Superior?
opinion,
Asian fries.
superior is not the word, Craig. The fries at Five Guys, there's-
Armada versus the entire Shinobi Alliance?
Yes.
Just pure
Yes.
ass. That's one fry versus an army of fries on the other side.
Dominance.
Fucking
There's-
looks at him. Yeah.
There is only one fry that comes close, if not matches the league of Five Guys, and y'all know that's Wingstop. The only one.
So the brother has had Five Guys. I'm gonna have to try that.
All right. I'll take
Five
that.
Guys, S tier, could easily be Z. The burgers at Five Guys taste homemade.
Fire.
Let's not front. The buns on point. The cheese on point. The beef on point. Everything at Five Guys is fine. People even like
So
the
good.
hot
CJ had a
dogs.
dab.
Even the hot dogs
They
at
got
Five
hot
Guys.
dogs?
And I'm not a hot dog person. Sonic has hot dogs too.
I'm a hot
not
dog,
a
bro.
hot dog person.
I'm a hot dog fan, bro.
People
I
love
love
hot
hot
dogs at Five Guys. The fries, the shakes at Five Guys. How you can customize your shake with all them different flavors. Everything is so on point at Five Guys,
I
bro.
need to go have some Five Guys today.
It's
What
expensive.
the fuck?
It's expensive, but baby, is it worth
Oh,
it?
it's hella expensive.
But it sounds worth it.
It's-
Baby, is it worth it?
But baby,
But it
is it worth
sounds
it?
worth it.
It's very worth it. So
For the sake of
sure.
customizing your own burger, it's worth it.
yes, you get
So this is
whatever
one
you
Juice
want
has
on it.
had?
Yes, this
Yeah.
at Five Guys is a good
That'll
deal.
tell you something too.
Yeah,
That says a lot. That
Yeah.
says a
Remember
lot.
when we all went to that bougie ass mall in Scottsdale?
you already
and
know I was
the
about to
three of
bring
us-
that
Yeah.
day up too. You already know that was the double decker day because we went to Five Guys first and then In-N-Out after. Double decker
And
day.
then we discovered there was a Wingstop.
And on Tuesdays, the wings is dirt cheap. So we made him. We made it. Yo, y'all remember our Uber driver on the way
Yup.
there?
Yup.
She must have been something else when she was younger. Like it's all I'm gonna say. We ain't gonna tell y'all that story. But anyway,
It was
she had to be something else when she was younger, based off the stories that she was telling us. But anyway, yeah, Five Guys S, and like the way that I was just hyping it up, like viewers probably wondering what only S. It's not at least Z for TCJ.
No, man.
It's not at least a Z
No, man,
for
because
TCJ.
I'm looking at George. He's saying, preach that shit.
Exactly. Hey, bro, Five Guys is all.
George says
it.
S potential Z. I'm just saying, if
Yes.
y'all said, if we came to the consensus that Five Guys could also be up there, and you guys the majority rule, I'll agree there, man. That's all I'm saying.
So that could be a majority S as well.
It's got to
Five
be,
Guys,
yeah. I was gonna say you got to
majority
put that
Z,
up as
excuse me.
exceptional S rank because
Majority
if the
Z.
people in the chat have said that's S rank, then that's got to count as one vote for us,
I
bro.
don't want to hear nobody saying it's overrated too. People are like, "Oh my goodness, it's so overrated." Shut your. No, you know what? Let me do this.
Shut your mouth.
Let me do the Meryl Streep. Let me do the Meryl Streep. Shut your bitch ass up.
Bro, that is one of the funniest fucking memes ever made. She said, "Shut your bitch ass up."
So, Five Guys. and I
Anytime
think
anyone says "shut your mouth" and Marcus this year, I immediately think The Rock all the time.
has come
Shut
back.
your mouth.
The Rock is something you're not WWE champion, so shut up, bitch.
I think there's only one left. We know what that is.
The reigning champion.
The reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
Togos.
Exactly. No.
So, no in and
out. Exactly. So no in and out. So no pulling out, but in and
That's
out.
another story for another
That's
time.
another story for another day.
Yeah.
In and out burger.
The
Mother.
merch will come out.
Tell y'all right
I
now.
will say somewhere in and out.
My God. I did not just
Black Hat
I
Cow.
just fucking scratched my car.
And we got that live. Nice. But
You
anywho,
did what?
we got that live. He stopped and got out the car for it too. Well, he may be parked where he need to be. Look, I'm peeking around the corner. Look.
Oh no, we good.
Okay.
We good. Oh, that.
All right.
I think it's because I ran over a Cane's cup, which good thing, trash.
Marcus, you and I did the same thing after hearing "It's fine." We both went like this. I was like this too. Just thank God.
And they building a Canes by my house. I won't be going. Anybody want to fight me on
we
that?
gonna need to have a talk
Fight
about
me.
Cane's
Yeah.
and how
We'll talk chicken
overrated
places,
they are.
right? We may talk
visit
chicken
you, and then
places
I'll
next
be
week.
eating canes right then.
Okay, cool, Juicy. Because they building the Canes by my place. Where is the seasoning? That's the topic for another discussion. We'll talk chicken on another episode. By the way,
I'm here
gotta
for
give a
that.
shout
Just In and
out.
Out overrated. I'm just saying, bro. My mama loves In and Out. So the fact that he's saying that, George knows my taste buds almost better than anyone. So if he's saying I'm gonna love Five Guys, that's this. Whatever he says right there, vote wise, he can speak for me on that behalf.
I gotta give a shout out to Big Raz Baby here in chat lurking. Thank you for coming through, Big Raz Baby. I know how you feel about Five Guys, and I know Big Raz Baby know food well too, because me, him, and Bingo be talking food all the time. Anyway, In and Out is my Z. That's my personal Z. I go there, 4x4, no other way. Plain, just meat, cheese, and bun. When I get my fries, I ask for them made light, because if I wanted some potato chips, I would go to the corner store. So, lightweight fries, where they real nice, soft, and salted. Lately, I've been getting 2 fries because they've been so good. Sometimes I'll get 2 burgers as well. And the price at In-N-Out is nice too, by the way. Like, that's something that needs to be said. Like, the price for the quality of food you get is magnificent. The shakes.
It's not about the size of the burger. It's the quality.
It's about the quality. The shakes.
Let me interrupt you real quick because I gotta
That's
go
it.
to work. Shake Shack is my Z, In and Out is my S. Everything else doesn't matter. I'm out.
Mark Y, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a mic drop, bro.
That was a mic drop, right?
Yeah.
Mamba
That's
out.
a serious mic drop right there.
Obama out. That kind of moment. But
So we got one vote for Shake Shack.
Yeah, so Shake Shack is the vote for the Universal
Marcus.
Z. The Universal Z. I will also put my vote in for like the Universal Z. Like, I'll compromise and also say Shake Shack. I'll compromise too. I can say Shake Shack as well. But my personal Z, the champion, In and Out. Even the drinks, the basic drinks are good. So
I know mine's not gonna win this, but because I've eaten there so much, I gotta represent Jack in the Box, bro. It's an S tier. We label that shit as an S tier.
not 7-Eleven.
Nah, bro, I don't
isn't
eat
a
burgers
burger
there.
joint. But
You never know.
We had
Yeah,
said hot
true.
dog places, then maybe.
But, I'll,
Them hot dogs are delish.
Okay, so we got that. What's your universal Z vote, Craigle? So, like, the compromise Z vote.
Compromise. I guess I gotta go with Shake Shack, man. Everyone's going with Shake Shack.
That's 3. So that's it.
Yeah. Shake Shack's bomb, bro.
Okay, Juicy. We got to hear
had
it.
like one. I've only had like 2 items from there, but fuck, it's delicious.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
All you need. Juicy.
I'll say this though, CJ. This may change if I ever have 5 guys.
It will. When you have 5 guys.
Yeah. My vote may change.
We need your Okay. Your thoughts on In-N-Out, your personal Z, and then your universal vote. So what are your thoughts on In-N-Out? I can't wait to hear this.
In-N-Out I've loved for years. Been going there for a minute now. Variety's good. I mean, it's the same basic stuff, but it's so good to the point where they can live off of being basic. Like you can order the fries different ways, you can order the food different ways. So
animal style,
personal Z, yeah, animal style. Even the shake you get Neapolitan. The fries you can ask for them a certain way. Yeah, they have so many ways that you can edit your order to like how you specifically want it. So yeah, personal Z, it would be In-N-Out.
Same.
Universal Z. So what are we constituting as Universal Z again?
It's just like a compromise vote. Like, all right, like putting biases aside. You know,
as I said, mine might be like Shake Shack or fucking Five Guys whenever I have it. But for me, I have to say Jack in the Box is up. Oh, he died.
His connection died. I'm gonna say this: anyone saying In-N-Out is overrated, you must live by a trash In-N-Out, which is very hard to come by. But y'all in LA must have horrible In-N-Out, because In-N-Out is it, Chief. Just letting y'all know. I know Phoenix Time told me he went to In-N-Out in Vegas, and he said it was trash. And like, yeah, because you went in Vegas, brother. You got to go to In-N-Out in the home square in California.
Oh, George, what's that fucking drink that we would get with the munch meat? Do you remember what it was called? It's like, it's not on the menu, like that we can find. I forgot what it was called.
You sound like George could have been our guest this week because he got a lot to say. Good Lord.
Yes, he does, man. I told him, man. I was like, this is going down. What was that drink called?
My Universal Z, I'm gonna give it to Habit.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The variety is good.
Splash, that's what it is. Thank you, George. Thank you.
There are also multiple different options, so that you can go with.
Oh, you don't have to convince me with the Habit. You don't have to convince me. I know personally. Okay, all right. So
here's the thing: I can make a statement, and it is all good, but unless I have reason or reason to back myself up, it's kind of like it's just there. Got to make my stance.
That scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry, something happened.
Before I forget though, if y'all go to your nearest Jack in the Box, order a Jack Splash. If they have it, they know it's delicious.
Secret menu. Okay. All right.
Secret menu.
Okay, so gotta wrap up the Burger Wars. It looks like the winner is Shake Shack.
The winner is Shake Shack. Yes, exactly.
The winner and the new chicken and rice champion of the world is Shake Shack. Despite our personal opinions, it's just what we came to. Moving on. The Beast made a promo for this. We're not going to play it because I don't want to have to deal with any copyright issue on our channel. But you can catch it on the Chicken and Rice Instagram page and on the Noob Level Gaming Instagram page. I also reposted it on the Charles Jackson story as well. So definitely go give that. Did I make I think I made an Instagram command for us.
Nope.
Let's see. I could have swore I did. Well, it's our name on Instagram is it Chicken and Rice Podcast Club?
They haven't had it for a year. Yeah, I believe so. Let me take a look at it real quick.
Chicken and Rice Podcast, yeah.
We had one.
If you look at my story,
don't you say we got one job? We got multiple.
If you look at my story on Instagram,
yeah, it's just Chicken and Rice podcast.
You'll see it later. Well, there it is from Juicy right there too.
Yeah.
Chicken and Rice podcast. If you look at
it has a logo and everything.
My stories, well, you can click to get to it from there. But that's where we put things up.
And who made that logo?
The very talkative Burger Boy made that logo.
Yes, sir. That's my brother right there. He done did that.
Oh, that reminded me of something. Anyway, all right. The Sandlot. Let's get into it. How we should have.
Actually, CJ, I didn't get hit with any copyright shit on the NLG page, so I still say just don't show up, but just.
Why are no commands working? I know I set the bot up. All right. Well, next week the bot will be functioning.
The bot will be here. The bot showed up late.
But I want to check the time real quick so you guys are going to see.
That bot may not be coming.
You guys are going to see this for a second. Okay, we are an hour 10 in, so we got 50 minutes max to talk The Sandlot. Let's do it. First movie. Juicy, why don't you give us a synopsis of the first Sandlot film?
Oh, but I'm trying to remember everything, but okay.
You don't have to remember everything. Like, it's just a synopsis. Like, so just like a bit of a cold
Give us
open to it.
Basic bread and butter version of The Sandlot.
Yeah,
You can describe it.
Very basic. Very basic.
Quick summary. The kid comes into a neighborhood. There's obviously a sandlot, and kids. There's like a group of kids, eight young boys that end up playing baseball whenever they have the chance. One of them brings in new kid. So the kid has been wanting to learn how to play baseball, just never learned how to play catch, never learned how to just play baseball, period. But he builds a legitimate relationship with these boys. They become really good friends, and throughout the course of the movie, they're playing baseball, committing various different hijinks throughout the whole movie, to the point where he wants to earn the trust of these kids. And at one point, they lose their baseball. And back then, what was it? What was the year that it was in? Like the decade?
62. Okay,
so it was in the 60s.
Filmed in 1993. Era was supposed to be, the year 1962.
Okay, so we get into the very creative part of the movie where they lose a baseball and they don't want to pay for one. So one of the kids is like, "Oh no, I have a baseball at home. I'm gonna go get it." Rushes over to his house, steals a signed autographed baseball of Babe Ruth, and as a collector, that just pains me to see that. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Brings it to play baseball with, to the point where first pitch in, it's a home run over supposedly left field, into a backyard with a vicious dog, and they're trying to find ways to retrieve the baseball because they have no idea that it's signed by debatably one of the greatest baseball players ever, Babe Ruth. And eventually they do get the baseball. They kind of form a relationship with the neighbor. And yeah, that's the super quick version of The Sandlot. So yeah.
If I may interject, Juice, I think George beat you in super fast summary.
What did he say?
No, he put baseball, big doggo, legendary player, friendship.
PlayStation Girl added in too. James Earl Jones. Okay.
James Earl Jones. Yeah. That is now technically a little faster than yours.
So the Beast always says that there are 3 movies you have to have watched in his life. If you haven't seen these movies, you're just too young. The Sandlot, Rush Hour, and Space Jam. So it's
you ain't seen those, they too young, bro.
It's an honor to finally cover one of those. We got The Sandlot.
This
we'll talk about the second one
3.
later. Yeah, and so in the movie too, the dynamic, the coming of age dynamic is at the center of the movie. It's boys growing up. Everyone loves a good coming of age story. Stand By Me, The Sandlot, like Naruto and Sasuke, like over in anime. You get the picture.
Shut up, George.
Coming of age is Naruto. Coming of age stories. Everyone loves a good coming of age story. So, ooh, excuse my lip. Scotty Smalls, the lead in the movie. I guess you could call him right, and I guess you could call. See, I say Scotty is the lead. See, but then there's Benny, right? Benny is the.
I'd say
the movie's from Scotty's perspective. It's like a Scotty Smalls led movie, right? But
yes, Scotty Smalls is the narrator. I definitely say between the two of them.
But is he the protagonist? There's a difference between lead and protagonist. The protagonist is Benny the Jet.
Yeah, no fucking doubt. Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez, also known as Benny the Jet Rodriguez, is the main protagonist of this story.
He's the hero.
Yeah,
the superhero of the group, the best that they have to offer, not just on the field, but even as a human being who takes in Smalls and practically molds everyone into accepting Scotty and saves Scotty's hide against the beast.
This is in the 60s too, where the whole like nerd dynamic and like cool was really at like like they could have just bullied his ass and just be done with that. No, but Benny took him in, and
bullying,
as Juice elaborated too, Smalls went from not being able to know how to catch and the furthest he could actually throw was 5 feet. That's the furthest he originally threw, and Benny taught him basically how to catch and throw a fucking ball by doing something that most teachers do when instructing students that don't know the subject. They relate it to something that they already have done before, which is what he does with the paper route, and compares it to throwing a baseball, and it works perfectly. It's not even seconds apart. Also, we're going to never talk about... CJ and I talked about this, but we're going to touch base on this right now. Benny was able to fucking just say, put your glove in the air and stay right there, I'll do the rest. This motherfucker...
There are pros who can't do that.
I was about to say the same shit. I don't know anybody in my fucking life that can do that.
It's ridiculous how good he is.
Also, Smalls' dumb ass had his eyes closed like, please catch it, bro.
And still caught it.
Yeah.
Because Benny's that good.
If you actually do the math for that ball trajectory-wise from where Benny was to, I think it was left center, right?
Yeah.
So if that fucking was, I think, a few inches to the left, that would have just been embarrassing. If it's to the right, it fucking cracks his skull. He could have been in a coma from that hit.
Because Benny is that good.
Yeah, Benny was not fucking phased. He was just like, you gonna catch it?
Maybe, Juicy. Maybe. I heard you said maybe.
Because if you're looking towards center field or left center or center field, he would be, it would look to, from our perspective, it would look to his left or our left. For him, it will be looking up to his.
It's some direction. That's all we know because it's hurting my head.
It's out there.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay, let me clarify then. From Benny's perspective, then, if it's a little bit more to the left, it cracks Small's skull open. If it's to the right, it's just an embarrassing miss, and he's getting laughed at again. Fucking out.
Juicy brought up the home run that Scotty hit. That home run's a big deal because it's his first homer. And he gets them in the biggest pickle ever with it.
Yeah.
All right, so for those who don't know, this is very emphasized in the film. This is from Babe Ruth, which it's still like considered the GOAT of baseball.
Yeah.
Like he is, like people say Michael Jordan is the GOAT for like basketball. Mm-hmm. Like there's a GOAT of every sport.
Right. Like
Babe Ruth is that GOAT.
Everyone just loves you. Especially back in the 60s, Babe Ruth was that. For baseball, because they talk about it too. What he did back in the 30s in that World Series, where he pointed to where he was going to blast that ball out, and he did it. That is GOAT material stuff. That's fucking
crazy. Who does he think he is? Some fucking hotshot? No one does that.
And he did it. So that's right, like the level. And Babe even appears in the movie too. I can't remember who plays him, but Art
LaFleur or something like that. I don't know how to say his last name.
That dream sequence, heroes get remembered. but legends never die.
Never
Never
die.
die.
It's all in your heart.
Follow your heart, kid. Go wrong.
Follow your heart, kid. Never go wrong. So I got that line wrong. Excuse me.
Don't worry, CJ. That's one out of like 1,000. I'm the one that usually gets those wrong, so it's okay.
That's why we have each other too,
We're
right?
bound to get one, yes, sir.
That's why we have each other. So that the following.
Also, we're gonna break down analysis of why certain shit's kind of nuts, but we're gonna go over the second film real quick.
Of why Juicy called them hijinks, but the means that they go to try to get that ball back are some of the most entertaining, original, intuitive means that say a kid. Because remember what Scotty said. Let's just go knock on the door and ask Mr. Myrtle. And of course, Squints is all like, "Are you out of your mind? He's the meanest old man to ever live," and blah, blah. And then at the end of the movie, they see Darth Vader answers the door, and he's all like, "Well, why didn't you just come knock on the door? I would have gotten it for you." And they start, they're like, "Squints!
Squints, you motherfucker!"
They're like, "Squints! You could have got us killed." But like that thing, every character in that movie is on point. Even the parents are cool. Scotty's parents.
Yeah, what was the line she said that
go
really
outside
sticks
and
out?
get into trouble, not too much trouble.
Yeah.
Right? Like just
That's
go
a good
have
mom
fun.
right there, bro.
Good mom and a good.
She
stepdad,
recognizes
too.
that. No, there's an argument that he's a dick because he threw a curveball at him, teaching him how to play catch, so he would fucking get out of playing catch
Scotty's
with them.
just a wimp. He just threw the ball at him normally. Speaking of that, though, I love the dynamic of what the movie does with the stepdad too. They gradually, because naturally, no kid is going to adapt to having a new parent in the house. Like no one will ever.
If
replace
anything,
your parent.
the dynamic is almost
pull it off.
opposite, where like the dad is trying to warm up to the kid,
Yeah,
but it's the kid trying to warm up to the dad.
Yeah. So I think the film is practically flawless. Let's be honest, it's practically flawless.
I will say
every actor's on point.
In regards to that scene where he's playing catch with Smalls, CJ is kind of up to debate for you. When teaching a new kid, like a kid, how to play catch, you always go underhand, not overhand.
I'll agree. Yeah, I'll agree. But it's the 60s. Everything's hard.
Yeah, but at the same time, he did not want to be out there. He was throwing that ball hard.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And if you look at the motion, he throws a fucking curveball at him. He doesn't throw a fucking straight, and he's like, "Keep your eye on the ball. Where the ball goes, your glove goes." So he fucking throws a curveball, and guess where the fucking
Yeah.
But I'll say that Scotty took that hit in the face like a champ.
What a waste of a good piece of meat, too.
Just slap that.
It was supposed to be our dinner. But
But yeah, and when I said hijinks earlier, I was in reference to the on the Sandlot moments.
Okay, there you go.
So
right, and we have to bring this up. When they beat the hot dog piss out of that other baseball team.
No, for those who don't know, their team is called the Tigers.
You play ball like a girl. They're not even worth being name dropped. The Tigers, not even worth the name drop. Except for Rodriguez, you're all a bunch of treasures. I'm like, watch it, jerk. Shut up, idiot, moron, scab eater, butt lick. It was such a great series,
wasn't it? Was it butt sniffer,
fart smeller,
and then it goes to Bertram.
You bop rappers in the toilet. You like
and
your
you
mama
like it.
told you, yeah. And then like,
You make your Wheaties with your mama's told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the fact that everyone threw their gloves down, Benny was the only smart one to reach down and pick up the glove and crack a motherfucker's skull open. He was ready.
And
that man was built different.
I like the Wolfman scenes in the movie too that are like alluding to Hercules and like and all that. Hercules is the name of the dog, by the way. And how you see the dog in the movie, it's a big animatronic before you actually see the dog in the end because it's from the boy's perspective.
Actually,
it's
CJ, one of them is actually a suit. So one of them is a practical effect where it took two people to actually wear that suit.
Oh, there you go. But the point is that the dog is like watching it myself as a kid before. when they actually showed the dog, it shattered my reality, like it brought me back, right? Because these boys see that dog, and this is how I used to see dogs as a kid too, a behemoth that can destroy you easily if it so chose. They see the dog like it's a bear. Very well done. Boyhood, childlike fantasy, but you guys get the picture. Flawless film. Now we move on to the second film. Grego, a synopsis of the second film, please.
Second film, first of all, starts by covering the first original film, as this is 10 years later from 1962, jumping into 1972. Narrator, for some reason, shares the same voice, but we do not have one Scotty Smalls. We actually have one Jonathan Buckminster Smalls carrying over, speaking about the previous things, and has now no longer a new obsession of baseball, instead is a new obsession of rockets and explosives. And to try to differentiate the films, there are some parallels, but there are some things that actually diverge the films. For example, as obvious, this is taking place in the 70s, but not only that, not all the boys are gung-ho over baseball as our first set of group of kids were. They don't really care too much. Like, I don't think they even mention Babe Ruth or anybody like that. Like, they don't mention any of the big people. Like, the most we get, the closest thing to a Benny is just our new main character, which is David Durango, who will aptly be named David Rocket Durango. As well as now the dynamic of love is there and everything like that. So
the summer of fun, right? With where do I go with this? Let me see. With the you can go ahead, Grego. You can continue if you like.
No, the most I was gonna say, like, that we have a lot of like I said, parallels. So, for example, there's that scene again where, just like with where Hamilton argues with Phillips in the first one, we have the Little Leaguers. I think his name is I'm trying to remember who the new Ham was. You guys remember who he was? He was the soldier kid.
Yeah, I remember you talking. Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. Well, he was. We're gonna call him Ham 2.0.
We'll call him
right
Ham
now.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Call him Ham 2 right now.
But basically, the new Ham got in that same argument, and this time he was the one that was shouting out all the clever, the clever smack talk. But
the quips, yeah, like Spider-Man.
But yeah, the new Phillips was like, "You play ball like a girl," and this time we have 3 softball players, which never gets addressed, the fact that we actually have 8 players instead of 9 in this film. Because Johnny Smalls is just the 9th person there, but he's not the 9th player.
He didn't even care about baseball.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He blatantly says, "Rockets are my life, sir." Yeah, and he was definitely the Sid Phillips of the group. Are we just not going to address that? The fact that he literally pulls a Sid Phillips from Toy Story on multiple occasions.
But with a grander scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this time they're not going after the Babe Ruth autograph baseball. Now it's the future of the United States space program, which is the big topic for NASA. As the leading girl for this one, her name is Haley, David's love interest. The rocket gets launched by Smalls, which he is able to put together, by the way. This is supposed to be a model rocket made by scientists working at fucking NASA, and he's in the 4th grade, I think.
Yeah.
So the fact that he put all that together is insane. Also, like I said, you can tell that the leadership is very different, because if you compare it to Benny, he was able to consistently get all the guys together. Like, he had Ham, Bertram, Timmy, Tommy.
There was a pecking order, and they knew who the top was.
De Nunez. Benny. And it wasn't even like out of fear or anything. He was a proper leader.
It was out of respect.
Yeah, so they genuinely would play at the Sandlot, because there's that scene where, again, it's another parallel, where he's like, "Oh, what happened to we play baseball all day, every day for an entire summer?" That's what David says, and he's like, "David, man, it's too hot." And we have that same scene in the first one, but unlike David, who is swooned by, the love interest, Benny's just like, all right, fine. What do you guys want to do? And there's the pool scene. We get a pool scene, but this time, our big leader, our new Benny, does not go with them to the pool.
He only wants to play ball.
No, but that's just not it. He actually pulls up his sock, and the whole story of the Beast and Benny is only told by one person, which is Smalls. So whereas the entire set of neighborhood kids knew about the Beast and Warren Smalls, it's now reversed. The new Great Fear is mentioned by Smalls, and he's like, hey, you cannot go over there. A new pup was born from the litter of Hercules, and this monster is worse than anything from before. And when the rocket goes over, David just says, fuck that, we're not going over there, because they told the story about this young kid who got his legs supposedly chewed up by the Great Fear. And so they're trying a whole another set of hijinks and shenanigans, as Juice aptly put it. And we also have, I think, the Retriever, little segment of hope, like he's going to come back. And he gets, I don't know how it happened, but the dog fucking actually lobs him over the fucking fence into the pool. The dog's strong as shit.
He got wrecked.
Yeah.
Big,
that was funny.
Which is a big deal too, like considering the fact that they pretty much built a giant wall ever since the original film now too. Over there, like to make sure that nothing would be lost over there again.
And it somehow made a fucking skull and put light up to it?
Yeah. It's a coincidence.
Was that the concept? I thought it was like just an art mural.
No, it's maybe.
Well, Mr. Myrtle had it to be like an art mural, but like on the other side, it like unfortunately was able to make a skull on the opposite side. Yeah. But I think he also made that to avoid, because when the original Sandlot kids left, that whole mystery with everything, happened again. And so he built the wall to avoid anyone hitting any home runs. So that way they wouldn't have to worry about that. So there hadn't been a home run in like 10 years, it seems.
Yeah, the last ones had to come from the last
and
kids.
It took an aluminum bat to do that. Not like, because 1962, Benny and all of them are using the wooden bats.
They're using wood. Yeah. And then Ham 2.0 just cranks it.
Ham 2.0 comes up with a brilliant strategy to try to dig underneath, and they make this whole makeshift cave. And this is military operations stats, right? There's a lot of work put in this. So good on them. And he tries to fight off the Great Fear with this bat, and that thing just snaps the aluminum thing and it curves it in half. And then, like, he's still trying to fend it away. And my favorite line that he ever gives off, he's like, Haley, that thing's got it. Whatever that is, it was terrifying. Johnny, I just crapped my pants. And my favorite line he gives, a good soldier knows when to surrender. I'm a good soldier. I surrender. So, unlike Hercules, who we'd find out that it was just a misunderstanding, this monster actually has bitten someone, and it turns out it's David.
Yeah.
And so this holds a little more weight because it seems like, like CJ had said.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the big twist, that it's David.
Yeah, originally CJ said that this was just like, the boys' imaginations, and the Beast wasn't actually that bad. But this one actually's got some blood on it. Yeah, this one actually hurt a kid, and the guy has to go do it for the woman he loves, and he's got to do it to overcome his own fear. And they try to change it up because it's made that David is basically the new Benny, but he's not Benny the Jet Rodriguez. There is a significant difference between the two.
He has to forge his own legacy. Yeah. You can't
David has to outsmart the Great Fear, whereas Benny,
and he's on a bike.
Did it.
Benny's running.
Benny did it on pure athleticism alone. We're going to touch base on that in a moment. But David had his signature red rocket cape, just bull totters that shit, hooks the thing on, and just jumps immediately over, and tries to bike his whole way through. Can't really do it. Eventually has to go on foot, and the damn dog catches him fast. And he jumps, and the cave which I appreciate the continuity. The cave caves in, and he is almost, they said 6 feet under, but he's really like at least 2 feet under, which is still terrifying. to get all that dirt just piled up on top of you. And they're all trying to get him out, and the dog says, "Move! Ain't none of y'all big enough. Didn't you see me throw that blonde son of a bitch?" Ah! He's like, "Live, bitch, live!" And so he saves him. And the twist here is that David loses. And the irony of it too is that that dog's name is Goliath. So David versus Goliath. Goliath won.
Yeah.
And then we get the usual, what everyone was doing, and for some reason both Bertram and Tarkel just were never seen again. One just got into the 60s, one got abducted by aliens. I don't know what the fucking narrative was of that, but it was fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna take it as just a lot of fucking drugs.
Yeah, Bertram was the tobacco guy, and then
just a lot
Tarkel
of
did
drugs.
look like, if anyone was to be accepted by getting abducted by aliens, Tarkel looked like he was that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it as a race thing.
Oh, his name is Mac. That's what his name is.
I was like,
Ham
oh, it
2.0.
would be this individual.
Mac.
It's a
That's right,
racism!
Mac. Yeah, Mac is the big boy.
Yeah.
Or Ham 2.0. I'd like to take a second to talk about how I really liked the inclusion of the romance angle. I thought that was good because like the first
That
movie
is definitely how you change it.
The first movie is for the boys, right? Like it's for the boys. But in this one, it's still for the boys, right?
Which is good because it's continuity.
With
It's like you're
quality.
growing up with this film. Like, it's like by now, if you're watching this now, you should be falling in love now.
Right?
Let's go revisit an old topic, but let's give it a little different twist. So
they were really well vested into the time period. It's the 70s, a very high point for feminism.
Yep.
Take
That's
advantage of
where
the
it
time
really
period,
starts.
the time period and piece, right? So, and of course, Haley is all on that wave. And speaking of feminism too, the movie adequately portrays, because they are softball players and these boys are not on any team like that, the girls are better ball players than the boys.
the only ball player like that can hang with them is literally just David.
David is the only one who can hang with him, because he and Haley had a standoff the whole day.
For hours.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Yo,
Foul
let's
ball
just
after
go
foul
home."
ball, which I would say this: if we had David and Benny on the same team, that team is fucked.
Yeah, there'd be a bad bunch.
I'd say this: like David is probably as good as I'd say Ham and Smalls, because those are the only people that hit home runs. Those are probably the only two people I think from the original crew he can stand against. Because I'll be honest with y'all, if it's the original Sandlot crew versus the second Sandlot crew,
they're waxing
the first
them.
Sandlot crew winning, bro. They're getting washed, bro. They don't stand a chance. And here's the difference. And this is, can we actually start talking about the achievements of the original crew?
Yes, but before you do that too, remember how the first crew obliterated the Tigers. In the second movie, they face off like against that team too, and they beat them, sure. But it ends with the romance angle where he's like, "You never ever put your hands on a girl, creep," right? Like, or any of that. They didn't beat them like how the first crew beat the Tigers.
They
right?
literally
You know what I mean?
got punched in the face and beat them. That's about it.
Yeah, but that's about it. And that's when, like you see that David really does care for Haley. And like, I think the progression of that, the development was really well done, because they started out, when they first meet, he's starstruck when he sees her. He's like, "What?" And she's all like, "Are you going to say anything? Like, you knock my books down, or like, are you going to get anything?" And then like, she just leaves. They meet on the baseball field. He regains his senses, and they're enemies now, because she just embarrassed Ham, like, and all the boys. And like, they turn their dugout.
He's got to look out for his boys.
Right. And they turn their dugout into a girl
First
pad.
of all, that dugout looked like shit, and them girls made that dugout
bro,
8
like
times
the girls
better.
fixed it up. Like, it looked better.
That dugout had lemonade. It had nice flowers and scenery. The couch looked
And the
refurbished.
boys liked it.
It was cleaned
so, like,
up.
It's really, so like, shut up.
He's like, he's like, I'm the only man on this team. He's like, I gotta be manly.
He don't want to go swimming. Like he.
Well, he didn't want to go swimming because of his scar.
He protested hard.
How's it?
Not to do like a lot of things too. Because remember the day too, where, because Haley has a pool, and she's all like, "Is David not coming?" And he's all like, "Oh no, he's not coming." Like, she was down the whole day. because of
Literally the whole day. It cuts to her like I think she just
At
went in and
nighttime, she's
changes an
super
outfit.
down.
It's nighttime, and he comes
But
back.
then he shows up for the fireworks.
Another significant difference, because when we go to the original Sandlot crew and they talk about fireworks, Benny rallies everyone together for a night game. By the way,
It's the only
Not to
time of
watch
year that you
fireworks.
can have a night game. The only
yeah,
time.
not to watch fireworks. Like I think the narrator said it best. Is like we all knew that Benny would go on to bigger and better games, because when the fireworks were going off, the rest of us were like normal kids would watch the fireworks, where he would have to call us back to continue the game. And that says a lot. Like, fucking baseball really was life for him. All right,
Yeah.
and so going into the analyzation of the feats of Benjamin Franklin Rodriguez, by the way, because that needs to be talked about. First question I have, which comes in the beginning of the film when Benny recruits Smalls. He talks about rotating 8 positions instead of 7 because the last guy they had is gone. Now, Juice, as a baseball individual as you are, on average, I was told that most baseball players have to rotate 10 positions. Is that true?
10 positions. I'm trying to think, because there's 3 in the outfield, 4 in the infield, catcher and pitcher.
That's 9, right? Because
Yeah, that's 9.
Yeah, so I was wondering where I
designated
read.
hitter is
What is
I
the
mean,
10?
maybe a
Is it just extra?
maybe
or
a
could-
designated hitter or like
Yeah,
a pinch
I was
hitter or a
thinking
runner.
Yeah.
At the
Or-
most.
or
At most
possibly
would be
a backup pitcher. But
Yeah. That's about it though, because there's only 9 positions ever on the field. at once.
because I could be wrong. I think softball has an extra person.
Oh, right. 4 outfielders in softball, right? Like or something like that. Because
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
left, then there's like a left center maybe, then there's
Mhm.
right center, and then there's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe that's what it is then.
I've played ball
Um,
too, where there have been 4 outfielders as a kid.
Question then: how often does pinch hitting actually happen? By the way, because I know that
depends.
pinch
Happens a
hitting,
lot.
It
the
depends on
pinch hitting actually.
who you want coming in.
Okay,
Yeah.
because pinch hitting happened in Sandlot 2 when David
Yeah.
swaps out with Mac. But pinch hitting happens again or actually the first time really, in the first Sandlot film, when after the end of the film, when we see Benny is a part of the Dodgers, he pinch hits for the man on third base, and that's where we get that scene where he steals home.
One of the
Oh,
So
greatest.
how often
hitting
does
is-
that happen?
One of the greatest. Steals
Yeah.
home base. Come on. In his 40s.
The only problem I have with that is that he's in a Dodgers uniform and he's playing against the Giants. That's the only flaw I have against that one scene. But
As long as it don't
Uh,
happen to my A's, baby, I'm good.
I will say this about the pinch hitting: it is common as they pinch hit for the pitcher, or if someone's in a having a bad game, so like 0 for 5, they'll sometimes pinch hit. I will say though, the one thing with the second movie in regards to pinch hitting, when the first pitch is thrown, I don't think you can pinch hit. I could be wrong, but at least finish the at bat and then like next person you can pinch hit for. But once the first pitch is thrown, I don't think you can pinch hit. I could be wrong, but
I don't know for a
I don't
fact.
think that's-
My baseball knowledge is it's fallen off. Like back in the 2000s, I knew everything, but 2000s are 20 years ago now. So, but what do we think of the? Remember the museum scene? Not really a museum, but the whole like the display.
Oh, and
exhibit.
Sandlot 2, where they go
Yeah.
through that little like House of Horse thing. Yeah, what about
David
it?
can't even do it.
Yeah,
the PTSD is
that
still
fear
there.
of dogs. Yeah, man.
Still there.
Not even that. They even give that little attention beforehand, where they're heading to the baseball field before they meet Haley and the girls. Remember, just like a regular dog walks by, and he's just like,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "David, you okay?" He's like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Let's go to the Sandlot." Like,
And let's not forget too, the Mr. Myrtle conundrum comes up again. Where they're like, again, like he says at the end of the movie, Darth Vader answers the door. He's like, "You could have just knocked and asked me." You know, a
I
group
blame
of boys
Scotty
10 years
Smalls
ago.
for that.
Yeah, it's Scotty's fault for not telling Johnny that Mr. Myrtle's nice. Why didn't you tell your little brother? Like, because he even says, like, he's all like, you know, about 10 years ago, another group of boys got a ball stuck over my fence. They didn't come to the door either. All you had to do was come to the door. Speaking of which, at the end of the first movie, the ball that, wait a minute, or is that the second? Is that the first or second where Mr. Myrtle trades them? And
It's the first one.
First one.
okay, he gives them a ball because we didn't say this, but Mr. Myrtle played professionally himself with
And
Babe Ruth.
supposedly was better than Babe Ruth too.
He was better, but he got hit by a pitch to the eyes, lights out. He was blind. He never recovered his vision. So there you go. But all they had to do was just go knock on the door again, right? And it would have been all good. But I like the dynamic of the characters again. I like the additions to the story to try and spice it up and give you something new. I like the romance. I like the baseball parts. I like the girl power theme too. Like, it's not too strong like some films try to do today, right? Because it makes sense that these girls are better than these guys, right? Like, it makes complete sense. They actually play. They're on a team. These boys are just playing for fun, and they're not even all into baseball, like how Craig said earlier. So when the girls kick their butts, and rightfully so, and David's the only one who can go head to head with them, it makes complete sense. So, like, I think the writing's on point. I like the rocket stuff too, like the NASA stuff. I like
That's because you love space. You have a bias.
I like the setting of the movie, how it's still in the same place, but it feels like it's 10 years later. The movie feels like a summer in the 70s with kids, with the tones and such.
The goofy
I like
ass
the movie.
socks.
I'm a Sandlot 2 fan. Is it better than the original? No, of course not. Nothing's going to be better than that original film, right? But you know what? It's up there. It's damn close for me still. It's still pretty good. Plus the fact that they actually managed to get James Earl Jones back. Like, he said yes to come back. Big deal to me too.
Also, fun fact about The Sandlot. The film was actually supposed to be called The Boys of Summer. But ended up becoming The Sandlot because there was already a book about some kids playing baseball called The Boys of Summer. And the writer or whatever threatened to sue them for it.
I'm happy the name changed. Also, the
The
dog,
Sandlot's way better.
Goliath, the dog,
And
the
Hercules,
chase
the
scene.
beast.
Yeah, but the chase scene mirrors the flashback from when David was a kid with his lunch
Yep.
pail. It mirrors it. He goes through all the same places again. How does that chase end again? Like, they're back on the Sandlot, right? And he...
Yeah, they end up in that, like, I don't know, it's like that junkyard area. He bikes down, jumps over that, like, little whatever, and he crashes. And then he's waiting to see if the dog's going to make the jump. And he's like, oh, shit. And he's like, runs.
And which,
by
Benny
the way,
says, oh, shit.
both-
But David says, holy crap. And, like, the way Benny's was much cooler. When he saw fucking
David does say, oh,
leap the
shit, by the way.
fence,
Yeah.
But it's
he
the second
leaps
jump that
the
does
whole
it.
fence, and he's like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
And starts
That was
booking it
genuine
out of
fear.
there. Yeah.
That was like David sounded like he was more amazed. Like he was like, "Oh shit, that dog couldn't jump." Oh, but fucking Benny, like he was like, "Oh shit, get the fuck out of my way, him!"
And the dog ignores the other boys. It wants Benny.
It wants that ball.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
you
like
pickled the
it's like
beast now,
I
didn't
know
you?
who I'm coming for.
I want that.
I want that ass. And but in the I like both movies. The third movie, on the other hand, just a passing comment on it. Third movie, and why we're not talking about it, it has no real continuity with the first. It's a movie like about a dude who gets hit and is transported back to his childhood, which is in the late 80s, I believe, instead, or like the early 80s, late 70s, mid-70s. I don't remember right now because it's just not, right? But I mean, it's okay. And in this timeline, he manages to fix things to where he wasn't rude, like, and cut everyone off. And Squints appears in the movie, like the actual guy that played Squints, and so it's okay, but it's not in the same vein. Now, in actual Sandlot 3, off the bat, I can tell you that I would like to see First of all, it takes place in 1982. You got to keep that tradition up. Another 10 years later, so now 20 years after the original, 1982. And how I would do it, first movie was all about baseball. Second movie, they're not as much into baseball. Third movie, we're going to come back to them being pretty heavy into baseball, wide assortment of kids, but movies are going to play a part in this one. And here's why. If you know, you know, 1982 was one of the greatest years for cinema ever. All the movies that came out that year, and you could tie that into their baseball adventures. And I don't know how you would do another dog. Maybe like instead of there being a dog like behind a fence, there's a stray dog.
Or you just fucking make it about baseball. That doesn't have to be about the fucking beast. Just make it about baseball.
But
make the battle of the Sandlot
be the
actual thing.
You gotta have a dog.
You don't need it. You don't need it.
The only way to go like to do the dog now, it's not behind the fence anymore. It's stray and no one can catch it. I'd like to see that. So like the boys, it's a risk even going out to go play because the dog may be there. It may show up midway, but eventually they get tired of running. We'll catch this dog ourselves and we'll pickle it ourselves. Right? Like you could take that route or what the beast is about to say right now. What's the beast going to say? Listen.
So if I were to do Sandlot 3, first of all, there's always a battle for the Sandlot. That is going to be the final bout in the film for me. But
after they pickle the dog,
these kids cannot play baseball for shit. And you know who teaches them? Mr. Myrtle.
They become... You know what I like to see? A group of Sandlot kids become a legitimate team.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we make the whole film about.
Yeah, like, and Mr. Myrtle's their coach. It's just that James Earl Jones is so old now. He's so old
there is a
now.
movie
Doesn't age
like that called The Perfect Game. Pretty much that.
Baseball has given us some good movies, like A League of Their Own too, like where all the men have gone off to World War II, so the women take over the MLB.
Yep.
That's
great film.
Great movie. But I'd like to see a fusion of what I said and what Craig said. I think we can, you know what, we're going to sit down. We don't have enough time. We're going to be wrapping up soon, but we'll bring you guys our ideas on the Sandlot 3.
I need to touch on this too, by the way. Hercules and I believe Goliath are both English Mastiff dogs, right? Their top speed is 30 miles an hour.
That boy, Benny, quick time.
Usain Bolt's speed is 28.
Benny is the fastest.
Benny was fucking sprinting for at least over 30 minutes away from that dog.
Yeah.
And that is the difference.
He had to pull out the bike.
Yeah, fucking David started. The moment David started running, that dog was catching his ass. Benny was getting tired. And the moment he felt his jersey get just nabbed a bit,
he picked up the speed.
He's like,
he picked up the speed when that happened.
You could see the genuine, like, oh my fucking god, I'm so gonna throw up after this look. And he fucking just flips over, just no care for safety.
But he was able to talk too. He was like, "Yo, let's go."
He's like, Sandlot, let's go.
Like
he was still able to lead his team while getting chased by a fucking dog.
Which reminds me too, like for a third movie, you got to bring back more characters. Maybe you could answer. You could potentially touch on the whole stuck in the '60s or abducted by aliens thing. Maybe you can have an Easter egg with that, like a bit too. However you want to go about it. Maybe both Smalls brothers could make cameos, like a return of some sort. There's a lot of things that you could do with a third to wrap it all up. Like the movie could even end with the Sandlot just being retired.
Oh,
like they build something over it.
You know what'd be cool?
And that's a part of the plot too.
The two teams at the end. Our side, the Jets versus the Rockets. See, you kind of bring it together a little nod, man.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd be great. And
also got to touch base on the fact that Benny with a wooden bat busted the guts out of a baseball.
Yeah.
Not only that, he was smart enough to think on his feet in seconds, by the way. When Smalls hits that ball over, in seconds, he's like, all right, when's your dad coming home? Find out. Everyone else spread out. He had bottles. bottle caps, we got to buy ourselves a ball. So immediately, he's already thinking a few steps ahead. And unlike David, he was helping the whole fucking way through.
Yeah, he didn't get fucking butt hurt like and run off, and right? Like, that's not what a leader does.
And like the moment Benny started having like 1 ounce of doubt, so the universe was like, "Stop that shit, Babe Ruth, summon you!" And fucking threw him out there into fucking Benny's closet. And again, the fact that Benny was running full sprints, because you have that big ass dog coming after you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna fucking full sprint as hard as I can and find somewhere to run. He was jumping over shit too. He was fucking hurtling over several things. What was it, that one part where they're at the little festival? He's like, look out, and he just fucking leaps over that fucking cake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like a boss.
And he's still running. Like he's like, what was it when he first appears at the festival? He hard tackles on accident, of course. Shoulder tackles the shit out of some guy. You see the cake fly, and he immediately, on his feet, jumps on the table and just running.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, if that was any of the other boys, I don't think any of them could have done it, because they've emphasized the whole way through. They emphasized the whole way through that Benny is the best, and throughout this whole time, he has been proving it.
Benny the Jet is fucking going freaks.
Yeah, dude, like he's going back. Every pickle he's in, he always wins. And on top of that, lads, help me remember what this is. All 3 bases are loaded, and you score a home run. What is that called?
Grand slam.
He fucking hits a grand slam on the Tigers.
Yeah.
Everyone was hitting in outfield in a
fence.
place where like the fucking outfielders couldn't get the ball. He was the only one to hit a goddamn grand slam. Only one.
They kicked their
Also,
asses,
I'm pretty
man.
sure he's the only person that never threw up from the chewing tobacco.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
He's a superhuman in that movie, dude. Like, there's something about that kid.
Fun fact, by
Maybe
the way,
touch
all
on
the
that in
puke
the
was
third.
made of. All the
There's
puke
a
was actually
chosen
made
one.
of licorice and bacon bits. And the kids actually got sick because they had to ride that ride multiple times for all those different shots.
Oh.
So that some of them are genuinely about to throw up in that fucking shot. And last thing, I believe the boys afterwards, the interview they had was, "Oh, what's your favorite scene?" And people thought it was the pool scene, right? Also, Benny went home and changed, and he had jean shorts. That's a true Mexican right there.
Speaking of which, it's very admirable that in the 60s, they got Spanish kid on the team and a black kid.
Yep.
No discrimination with kids.
And the
Why?
Spanish kid was
because
leading.
racism is taught. It is not inherent. Like,
do we
to
ever
all
find
of
out
them,
location-wise
they're
where
just
that's supposed to be? Because I know they shot in Utah.
They may have shot in Utah. In the movie, like, it's in L.A., right? But,
okay, so it's supposed to be LA, yeah.
It's supposed to be LA. Like, that's why the heat is such a big deal in the second movie when they're really hot.
Oh, you're right.
Outside.
Both films emphasize that.
Yeah, that it's
in
hot as hell.
150 degrees.
But the kids in the first movie didn't care. We got to play ball.
Yeah.
Well, Benny didn't care.
Yeah.
For the most part.
He was like, y'all staying. We playing.
I think the last scene they actually shoot is the scene at the pool. But it sucked because it was winter when they did that. Which is why when you see Squints shivering when he's about to jump in, that's genuine.
Hey,
he is freezing his
Squints?
ass off.
Squint's the realest. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Squint's the realest nigga out there, bro. That motherfucker. Wendy
200 IQ
Peppercorn.
He was willing to drown for that ass.
He was. And he gets her. He gets her.
He has 9 kids.
In the future, he gets her.
He's like married Wendy Peppercorn. They have 9 kids together.
Yeah.
Quinn's got busy.
When Scotty said that, I was like, 9?
Like, goddamn, that's the next Brady Bunch right there.
But on a serious note, we gotta wrap things up. I'm sure we're coming up now on. If we're not at 2 hours already, we're coming up on it. But thank you everyone for joining us for our talks on burgers in the Sandlot. We got more coming next week, same time, same place. Episode 3, Chicken and Rice is back, baby. We don't know the topic yet. We'll come up with it, of course, and you'll get it in all of our announcements, whether it be Discord, Instagram, or Twitter. So be looking out.
CJ, I think what was it? We established the topic. What was it? Sunday. So at least a few
We
days
didn't come up with
before,
this topic until like a couple days before this. So
all right, lads. So before we all actually end out, we gotta at least get one topic, which you guys don't get to find out. At least one topic that we're gonna go over. It could be a quick topic or the long topic, like how we did with burgers and the Sandlot.
I think we did it pretty evenly today. We were originally only supposed to talk about burgers for 15 minutes and in the Sandlot for 45.
I blame Mr. Marcus.
That's not how we get down here on this podcast, baby.
Things never go according to plan.
We'll give it to you raw, yes.
Because we put our heart in this shit. We real. It's passion.
We love you guys, and we love talking about what we're passionate about. Too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll discuss topics. I
will
will
topics.
See y'all again tonight.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'll see y'all again tonight at 7. That's in about 4 hours from now. Over on
I'll be on
Charles
tonight
Jackson channel. The Beast will be live tonight. NOZ_CTV Noob Level Gaming _Clown Television. The best damn streamer there ever was. And we'll see you guys later. We're gonna be rating Bingo Dairies 213, who will be a guest on this podcast somewhere down the line. But y'all make sure y'all show Daddy Bingo some love. I hope you enjoyed the episode today as well.
And make sure that if you guys enjoyed this toast,
you will want to get another serving of us next week.
That's right. We're out for delivery every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast, United States. If you're on the East Coast, that's 4 p.m. for you. If you are in the UK where Razzie is, I do believe that is 9 p.m. for you. So, yeah, like if you're in Australia.
Those in Australia, I believe that is 5.
There you go.
PM.
It's pretty good.
5 p.m.
Yes. Right?
5 or 6 p.m.
Just do the research, people.
5 or 6 p.m. It's one of those two. I only know because I had
Come on, we can't do
I had a
everything for you.
discussion with him on this.
We give you the content, you show up.
No. We need to do everything, bro. They're coming to listen to us. Let us help them.
Thank you all for your time. This has been the Charles Jackson. This has been
Put up the Undisputed Era.
Beast. And this has been album coming later this year, Juicy Bubba Hoes. So we'll see y'all. We'll see you tonight, honestly. So yeah. Thanks for your time.
Chicken and rice,
baby. I forget what my sign off was supposed to be. We had this discussion after the last episode because the Beast always does his, the Juice always does his, but I don't know mine. Whatever. This
Juice, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first. Check it.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all on the next level. Bye-bye.
And this has been the Charles Jackson and Chicken and Rice. Big shout out to Generation Random Network 2, the home network, for hosting the show. We'll see you guys next time. Go show Bingo some love. Stick around for the raid. See y'all. I'm sorry you get to see this, but I'm also not. Bye.